Hello and welcome to Entirely English, the online English school, which hopes to educate people on British culture in these videos, and we teach English as a foreign language through our school. In this series we are looking at British manners. If you're planning to move to UK or to just come for a holiday, it's a good idea to know about our manners, customs. That way you can avoid any confrontations. And that's what manners is about, avoiding confrontations. Now, before we get started, I want to welcome two new subscribers. They are Churchill Kumar. And I don't know if you subscribed because I'm doing the Churchill videos at the moment and you had that sort of name thing, or if you're enjoying these. I hope you're enjoying these. And Talib Shaikh, I think that is. Please excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So welcome Talib, welcome Churchill. I hope you enjoy these. Do leave a comment below. And everybody else, do comment. Alright. So today we are going to be looking at complaining. Now, you probably know we complain about the weather quite a lot, but it's not that sort of complaining. This is complaining in an establishment like in a restaurant. And it is done in a particular way. So we are back in the restaurant. Could be on that date we talked about in the previous video, or just with friends, by yourself. But at some point during your meal, the waiter will ask, "Is everything to your liking?" And if it is, you say, "Yes, very much, thank you." If there's a problem, you let them know. And it's very important the way you give this feedback. Right, we're talking about feedback verbally. We're not talking about some silly form they might have people fill in. When they say, "Is everything all right?" and maybe your sausages were cold, you let them know. And the way you do it is very important. You must express your dissatisfaction in a courteous and polite way. Not aggressive. Even if you were talking to the chef and they've made a big mistake, you don't get aggressive. You just point out what was wrong. You say, "I'm so sorry." An English thing, we'll talk about apologies later. You say, "I'm so sorry, but I found the sausage disgusting." Or in the ratatouille, "I found a mouse." And it might be incredibly disgusting, but you still keep that British reserve. And why is it important to complain? Well, if you leave the restaurant dissatisfied, you're not going to go back there again, and you are going to tell your friends about it, and they won't go there, and they will, it's that exponential expansion.
One guy tells another guy something, and then he tells two friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell their friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
It is good for the restaurant to know if there was a problem. If you say, "The sauce on this is just too spicy. It's not like described," or "There was peanuts in it and I'm allergic, and that should be on the menu," then the restaurant can apologize. They might give you a complimentary drink. They might give you a complimentary dessert. That's not important. What they will do is they will change that thing and improve their service and get better customers, better reviews. As particularly in this day of computing where people do TripAdvisor and things like that, Trustpilot. They want people to come. They want people to spend their money there. So they want to know if anything is wrong and if anything was particularly good. If you say, "Oh my gosh, that wine is the best I've ever had," they know they are going to have to keep ordering from that supplier, because that is something that the customer appreciates. And as well as giving clear and exact feedback about what was wrong or what was right, it's very important, if you can, to give them some solutions. If you say, like in my situation in Ukraine I talked about before, there was 20 minutes between when I was served and when my lunch companion was served, so my food had gone cold. I suggest you convince the cook that if dishes are to be served on one table, whether it's for 2 people or 20 people, you have to time these things so they all come out within a relatively short time of each other. If you can, give them a solution to the problem. Okay? Now, mastering the art of British etiquette in complaining can be quite tricky. Remember the core values. Be polite. Be companionable. Express any dissatisfaction with grace and diplomacy. All right, diplomacy. Not like that orange monster did in Washington the other day. Be diplomatic. If you have a problem, express it diplomatically. Look for solutions between you and the provider. You want to maintain a harmonious relationship with them. Even if it was so bad you are not going to go back there again, their reaction to what you say can be the difference on how your friends react when you tell them about the situation. If you say, oh, the ratatouille was disgusting, there were actually rats in it, but the head waiter apologised profusely, told us that there was another restaurant sabotaging their stuff and offered to give us a free meal next time, then your friends are going to think, oh, yeah, the rats were disgusting, but that restaurant manager, maitre d', head waiter, was really good. Let's go and see. We won't order the ratatouille. So it's good business for them, and it's good for you. I know this isn't common around the world. I'm not sure about all the individual cases, and I mentioned before about my dinner with a colleague in Ukraine. And again, I'm not sure if this is a rule in Ukraine or it was just this friend of mine. She said, no, you can't complain. Just eat it. Be quiet and eat it. So I don't know if that is a thing. I try to explain to her. If I can tell them that this problem occurred, then they can avoid it in the future. Just, no, you don't do that. So, it's that cultural awareness. So I didn't do it there, but I also did not go back to that restaurant again. Okay. Complaining is an art form. Avoid confrontation with the waiter, the maitre d', whoever you're talking to. Try to explain the situation politely. Now, we do complain about other things. Maybe the taxi journey was terrible. And again, don't explode on them. Don't do the whole New York, hey, what you doing, buddy? Just say, excuse me, do you mind slowing down and maybe traveling on the right side of the road? Because this is a bit dangerous. Keep it polite. Indirect is a good way of doing things. When you study English, you'll notice the passive form and indirect speech are often used. So instead of saying, slow down, you say, would you mind slowing down? Could you please avoid hitting the pedestrians? It's a British Reserve thing, but it's also about not getting into an argument, not getting into a fight, not having people screaming at you in the middle of the street. Hey, where's my tip? It's about diplomacy. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. Do comment below. We're talking about feedback, complaining and positive feedback. I would like your feedback, please. Let me know what you think, what you would like me to talk about next time, any questions you have. If I'm doing something wrong, I know I keep moving in my chair. I can't stop it, I'm sorry. But if it annoys you, tell me and I'll disable the swing thing on it. If you're enjoying these, please like, because that helps the YouTube algorithm identify what sort of people like this. Also makes me feel better. And subscribe if you want to stay up to date with these or any of my other videos or ones that are coming next. Maybe you just want to check in and see if I'm covering a subject you're interested in. If you have a subject you're interested in, pop it in the comments, let me know, and I can see if I can include that somewhere. Alright, so anyway, thank you for visiting. Do stay well, stay healthy, and try to stay in touch. And I'll see you soon. Bye.